What is going on, guys? It is MrUHOH4 here, bringing you guys another video, and we got ourselves another story time video. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first story I want to talk about is the breaking news that just happened between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. It's on now. We're gonna have ourselves a good old fight August 26th in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. The fight just got announced, and I'll put a picture where I got my source from right here. There it is. I got it from ESPN. Yep, so that's where I got my source from, and August 26, 2017 cannot come any sooner. I want to see that fight. I want to see McGregor kick Mayweather's ass because, I mean, I respect Mayweather. I just don't like his fighting tactics. I just really don't like his fighting style because it's kind of boring, as evident shown in mostly all his fights, especially the Pacquiao fight. That fight was hyped up as the fight of the century. That fight was a complete disaster. Hopefully this one will not. And hopefully McGregor can get that one loss on Mayweather's record and blow his legacy up. Because Mayweather, while doing this, is risking his 49-0 record against probably one of the baddest men in UFC history to step into the octagon, in Conor McGregor. This is a guy who knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds, absolutely destroyed Eddie Alvarez to take his lightweight title and become the first man to hold two titles simultaneously. This is a man who had the fight of the year last year against Nate Diaz in one of the most grueling fights I've ever watched. And this is a guy that can talk the talk and back it up in the octagon and kick your ass. So Mayweather's going to have his hands full against the baddest man on the planet. And it may be very bad for Mayweather, and he's going to suffer his first professional boxing loss. Because this is a boxing match. This is not an MMA match. This is right up Mayweather's alley. Because if it was an MMA match, Mayweather has no chance. But to make it fair, it's in Mayweather's ground. It's a boxing match. But McGregor does have boxing skills. I've seen it firsthand before in the Diaz fight, the second Diaz fight. He uses boxing very well. So, I'm going to go on my prediction. I'm going to predict that Conor McGregor defeats Floyd Mayweather. It gives him his first loss. And you know what? I'm going to risk it up a bit. I'm going to say a 6-round knockout. He's going to knock him out in the 6th round. I just don't see Mayweather getting to the whole 12 rounds with McGregor. I just don't see it happening. But anything can happen. But I still predict that Mayweather is going to get knocked out in the 6th round and suffer his first loss. Whew, man. Alright, so I've got a couple more topics to talk about. We'll talk about the Mayweather-McGregor thing in a whole different video. But for right now, I got another topic for you guys. And that is the NBA Finals. Ooh, man. 2 days have passed. Or is it 2 days? Or yeah, it's been 2 days. Yes. 2 days since the Warriors got their redemption and won in 5 games against the Cavs. And they had a 3-0 lead. They lost game 4 by, I think, 20 points. I'll have to take a look at the score. But they lost by a margin. And many people thought that Cleveland was going to come back into the series. But Cleveland just does not have the firepower to match up against Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson. In Game 5, that was a prime example of that. A prime example was when Cleveland was up 8 in the second quarter. And I think Golden State went on a 33-17 run. And the Cavs went from up 8 to down 17. That's how fast the Warriors can strike. And I was like, there's no way Cleveland's going to come back from this. But they almost did. They almost did on certain occasions. But Kevin Durant of the Warriors just put it away. And by the buzzer sounds, Kevin Durant's got his first ring. The Warriors get their redemption. Well, it may not be a perfect season. They still have the greatest postseason run in NBA history. And they tied the Lakers, the 2001 Lakers, the 2000-2001 Lakers, in having the least amount of losses in a single postseason run. Kevin Durant was named the Finals MVP of that because he scored 30 plus points in all 5 games. He was the difference maker in the NBA Finals. The biggest difference maker. Now, if Kevin Durant were to stay with Oklahoma City and the Warriors would have won last year... Okay, let me rephrase that. If the Warriors won last year, Kevin Durant would not be in Golden State. He would still be back with Oklahoma City. And in this Finals, if the two teams, if the Cavs and Warriors met, I feel like Cleveland would win. Just because, like, the Warriors... I mean, the Cavaliers will be hungry, and they'll be like, we need to do something, and they'll try to do their best to win it. Actually, you know what? If the Cavs and Warriors played and Kevin Durant wasn't on there, I think the Cavs would have won that series in probably 5 games. But excuse me. Last year was last year. Warriors blew a 3-0 lead. There's no jokes this time. They didn't blow a 3-0 lead. All the 3-1 jokes are dead, but I feel like people are still going to talk about it. But overall, the 3-1 jokes are dead, and the 3-0 jokes do not exist. And the Warriors win their second title in 3 years. So, as being a Warriors fan, I was happy, but the whole, like, people outside the Bay Area were not pleased with this. They wanted the Cavaliers to win, just so to see the Warriors build this super team, only to watch it lose and blow a 3-0 lead, but that didn't happen, and the Warriors are NBA champions. And you know what? That comes to mind. Next year, they're 1-2 favorites to win it again. That's the biggest odds favorite in any sport ever. Let me say that again. 1-2. 1-2. That's unheard of in any sport. But the Warriors have the 1-2 favorite. Then Cleveland has a 3-1 shot. Then I think San Antonio has a 12-1. And then the Celtics have a 15-1 to win it all. But we all know the trophy could possibly damn well go back to Golden State for probably another 2 years or 3 years. And the Warriors are always going to be in the finals contending every single year until that core 4, the big 4, are gone. So the NBA better be ready, because the Warriors are not going away for a long time. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about was E3 press conferences and what my reaction was. I watched the EA press conference. It was good. I really liked it. I don't know how to say it. Bethesda, the company that made Fallout. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much, but I was happy that they announced Wolfenstein, because I have played Wolfenstein before. It's one of my favorite games. And they announced Evil Within 2. That game is going to be hella good and hella scary. And then Microsoft's press conference, they killed it. Like, they showed off hella games. They showed off Crackdown. They actually had a good press conference. But the Xbox One X, I'm not a really big fan of. Not really a big fan. And then I think did they have a press conference the same night? Oh wait, I think that was Bethesda. And then Ubisoft, they killed it, showing off Mario and Rabbids, South Park, Assassin's Creed Origins. They showed off a lot of games and it was good. But the biggest disappointment to me was Sony. Sony was the biggest disappointment at the E3 press conference, just because, like, I was expecting, like, games like The Last of Us 2 to get announced, like, if we're gonna get any information. I mean, they did show, like, a good amount of games. They showed Days Gone, God of War, Call of Duty World War 2, Destiny 2. But they didn't really, like, give us any information on, like, Crash Bandicoot, The Last of Us 2. I was expecting if, like, surprises, but I wasn't really, impressed with it. I was, like, disappointed. And I was looking at Twitter the other day when the press conference ended, and everyone's like, man, this Sony press conference is bad. And then another one's like, wow, that Sony press conference was bad. That needs to be deleted. If you don't know where I got that from, Matt Hardy. I got that from Broken Matt Hardy. To delete, obsolete. Anyways, off topic, but Sony's press conference was bad. I looked all over Twitter and social media. Everyone was bashing on it because it was bad. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you're new. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do some streaming. I'm probably gonna stream some zombies. So yeah, be on the lookout for that tomorrow. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, it's Mr. 4 and 5, guys. I'll see you guys later.